Hey everybody, Seth with Everyman Prep, and how's everybody doing on this great Sunday afternoon? I got some great feedback from everybody. You guys love the barn videos, and I'll definitely be heading back out there. But today, I'm inside because I am cooking down some tomato sauce to a can. I already went out yesterday, picked two 5-gallon buckets full of my San Marzano tomatoes, which I think are the best ones to make sauce out of from my garden. Brought them in yesterday, then this morning, cut them up. Put them through my juicer, my electric squeeze, tomato squeezer, what do you want to call it, and made the initial sauce. Now I'm cooking it down. I cook it down about 3/4 of the way, maybe half, to get a lot of the water out of there before I can it. So I'm inside today while it's in the kitchen cooking off. I'm over here doing a video real quick, and what we're going to do today is we're just going to go down basically my X bookmarks, go through important stuff I've done throughout the day as I've had time to read my feed and bookmark a few things that are coming up very important right now, things that are happening today, yesterday, and coming up. And by the way, if you're back to the tomato canning, if you do your own tomato sauce, I don't know what juicer you have or squeezer, whatever you want to call it, but what I've used is this, and I need some help from you guys out there. So this is what I use. It's a Warren electric tomato press. And let's see, there it is, a TMP 150A. And I love that thing. I've used it for years. It's great. It's got an auger. Let me see, I put it back up here for you guys. If you look on the box here, it's got an auger here and a screen in there, and it comes out. You can run the skins back through there again. Now the problem is, I don't think Warren is making them anymore. So I can't get another one. Probably can get some spare parts, but if that thing ever dies, I use it so much during the summer. I make a lot of sauce. We don't go through a lot of sauce here in this house, so I make a ton of it to store it myself. It's organic, it's fresh, it's the way I want it. But if that thing dies, I'm in trouble. So the little adage, 2 is 1, 1 is none. Well, I got one of those, and so basically I have none. So I'm looking for a second one, and I can't find this one. So anybody out there, if you make your own sauce, you have your own juicer that separates out the seeds and skin, you just get the juice through, write in the comments below what you use. I'd love to look for another one. I'm trying to find something that's reliable, made out of metal, something's going to last for years. Like I said, mine still works. I'm just, kind of looking for that backup in case something goes wrong with this one. I can keep, plugging through, doing my sauce and everything. So enough about that. Like I said, write in the comments below. While you're down there, you hit that like, share, subscribe, all that. But let's get into my feed and see some of the stuff that I've found very interesting the last day or so. But let's check this out real quick here. So the DNC convention, the Democratic National Convention, it's in Chicago. It starts tomorrow, Monday. It goes through Wednesday. Was about a month ago, you had the Republican one up there in, was it Wisconsin, Minnesota, wherever it was. That's how much I pay attention, because it really doesn't matter. But there was a couple protests. There was no riots. The businesses didn't board up. They didn't have thousands of people destroying the city. That's not going to be the case in Chicago. You're going to see, I believe you're going to see riots and destruction and all kinds of stuff like you haven't seen since the George Floyd incident, riots and all that happened. And what do we see here starting off? We see this photo put in. There's pallets of bricks being delivered around the DNC location. I think it's in the Hyatt Hotel somewhere in downtown Chicago. It's very close to the Trump Hotel down there. So that's pretty interesting. We'll see what happens with that. But why not just drop off tons of bricks, Because, if you're going to riot and cause mayhem, you need stuff to throw through windows, right? So these are starting to show up. And by the way, this makes no sense to me. And we'll get more into it here. You'll see some other photos. But Antifa, Black Lives Matter, Democrats are their people. Kamala Harris bailed these people out of jail. She started the fund. So why are they rioting? Why does Chicago feel the need to board up their windows? Shouldn't they all just be one kumbaya moment, loving each other, planning the destruction of the right and all that? No, they are foreshadowing, forecasting giant riots, mayhem, and all that. Like I said, nothing during the Republican one, but Democrats one, where they're all supposed to be on the same side. I don't want to hear this business about it's going to be pro-Palestinian and anti-Israel, and it didn't happen at the other one. Why here? There's going to be some stuff happening. It's going to be pre-planned and pre-orchestrated. So I would suggest nobody go downtown Chicago. Don't go down there. Don't be part of it. Stay the hell away from that area. But going on from there, we have this. This is like an hour ago. Pro-Hamas protest gathering outside the DNC. That's all we need. Pro-Hamas. Why not? You can see the people gathering here. There's a little blow-up shot for you. So we're going to have pro-Hamas, pro-Palestine, anti-whatever, this, that, and the other, but look for stuff to get bad. For the next 3 days, it's going to be chaos. And here we have the Chicago businesses. They're boarding up, you know. Why are they boarding up? I don't know. You know, this is supposed to be their people, but here you go. You know, DNC, you know, welcomes to them, but, you know, welcome you, but hey, you better board your store up here. They're going to get looted, windows broken, who knows what. So, like I said, keep your head on a swivel out there, and I recommend don't go downtown Chicago, people. Then what do we have here? By the way, these are no particular order. I don't pay for a subscription to X or anything right now, so I can't reorder these or anything. They're just in the order that I saw them, so we're going to jump around a little bit, so bear with me on that. Israel Defense Forces continue their preparations for this large-scale Iranian attack that has not happened and might not happen, might happen. They said they're going to wait to these hostage release negotiations, ceasefire. I told you before, that ain't happening. They killed the leader of Hamas in Iran. Hamas already backed out. There's not going to be any ceasefire. It's just a stall tactic. They're stalling. The U.S. is stalling. Israel is stalling so they can build up their forces. 30% of the U.S. Navy is in the area right now, in the Mediterranean area, in the Persian Gulf area. 30% of the U.S. Navy. If I was China, I'd be like, wow, this is my time to go after Taiwan, maybe. I don't know what the weather's like in the Strait over there, if it's favorable, but if the U.S. has 30% of their forces there, then they got some in port, and they got some over there in the Pacific, but it looks like we're leaving kind of Taiwan out to dry right now. But anyway, got Israel, boosting up their stuff because they're expecting something big to happen. And then let's jump back to the DNC here. This is Monday morning's DNC schedule. And you notice it all starts at 9:30. Let's see if I can blow this up. Here we go. All starts at 9:30, goes to 11:30. But what do you notice? Black caucus meeting, Hispanic caucus meeting. I have no idea what the AAPI is, and Native American. The Ethnic Council. So, very segregated. I don't know why, they always talk about they're the party of not being racist. They're the party of bringing people together. But they got a separate caucus for every race you could think of. So, found that very interesting. Moving on here, we got DNC protests set to begin. Police on high alert. No kidding. Permit requests suggest 6,000 people can march on Monday. They expect 10,000. Where are these people coming from? There's an open source intelligence guy out there that he tracks supposedly Antifa cell phone data, tracking data about where they're at. And he's predicting 50,000 plus Antifa showing up out there. It could be wild times out there. Don't go near there. This here is Lukashenko from Belarus. One reason I selected this because look at that photo. That is a perfect picture, communist, Soviet general, photo leader, or whatever you want to call it. I found it interesting. That is like, you couldn't get a better picture in the dictionary if you wanted to of a Soviet, communist leader. Anyway, Lukashenko says Ukraine will be destroyed if escalation continues. He's massing forces on the border. Ukraine has entered Russia. They're going to enter Belarus. Who knows, but he's predicting the destruction of Ukraine. All right, NATO Back Ukrainian forces launched drones and struck a Russian oil depot in Rostov. Yeah, they're still blowing up all kinds of depots. They're taking drones and hitting airfields. You're going to see something else they hit in a minute. I know I have a photo of. I'll put that up later. But, we haven't heard much from Putin. They're fighting back. They're moving troops from Ukraine over to the Kursk region to get them out. But Ukraine's still having basically their way over there in the Kursk region, the shallow Kursk region. They haven't reached the city of Kursk yet, but I'm surprised Putin hasn't gone scorched earth yet. It actually amazes me that he hasn't done that yet. Maybe he's just biding his time for the perfect time to hit NATO at the same time. And then we have this kind of ironic thing from Fox News. The Kursk invasion is intended to create a Russo-Ukrainian buffer zone, says Zelensky. I don't know if you remember, but Putin basically said his special military operation was to create a buffer zone between Ukraine and Russia. That's why he went and took the four provinces in lower Ukraine, and why he's doing what he's doing. He wanted a buffer zone. Well, what do you know? Zelensky says we need a buffer zone too, so we're going to take some of Russia. Okay. Crazy world here. Crazy things going on. I don't know if you saw this. Lebanon was plunged into darkness. I posted this both on a community post and on my feed here that, they have one power plant that runs all of Lebanon. And I can't remember the population of Lebanon off the top of my head. I think it was I want to say 4 million, but it's got to be more than 4 million. I can't remember, but it seems like they should have more than one power plant that makes electricity for the entire area of Lebanon. But it runs on fuel. And so it's not, nuclear powered. It's not steam powered, that, hydroelectric. It runs on fuel. I'm guessing gasoline, diesel, probably diesel, probably runs the turbines. Seems super inefficient, but hey, that area used to have a lot of oil. Now, maybe they're running out. Maybe they're saving the oil for when this whole thing kicks off. They got to go into rationing. You know, they're trying to get the population used to blackouts, but it's dark right now. So, did they have, how many people in Lebanon, you know, had a plan for this? How many of them have solar? How many of them have solar backup, battery packs? How many of them have some other way to get electricity generated? I don't know. Put this on here so you think about it. You know, don't think this can't happen in the United States, UK, Australia, other countries, especially in times of war. Would fuel run out? Would sabotage happen? I don't know, but be ready for it. And the fact that this is happening over there, it's just, you know, it could be a lead up. Maybe they went dark to get, you know, to give Hezbollah preparation time for what they're going to attack. I don't know, but I put it on there because it just jogs my thing to say, my mind, to bring out to you guys. Get ready for grid down where you're at. American Airlines has canceled all commercial flights to and from Israel until April of 2025. Why are they doing this? Yes, it's hot right now. Maybe you cancel it now, but why are you going all the way to April? Do you know something that we don't? Is there going to be a hot war all the way up to then? Is this just their way of saying, we want to cancel this route and we're using this as an excuse because we're losing money? So without scaring our shareholders, saying that we need to cut routes because we're losing money, we're going to blame it on what's going on in the Middle East. I don't know. Found that interesting. So love your comments on any of these stories. Just write them down below in the comment section. We'd love to hear anything you have to say. Then we got Kuwait, tiny Kuwait, little right here, you know. Oh, let me put that on. Kuwait right here. And what they're saying is, you know, they're having power cuts. If you look at this, desert summer heat announced, you know, the tiny grip of a desert summer heat announces power cuts after fuel disruption. So they're having a fuel disruption. This is basically where all the fuel comes from. You know, I know it's got to be refined and all that, but this place, you know, Persian Gulf, full of oil, full of refineries, and Kuwait's running out, and their power's going out. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if I'm believing that one. You know, Lebanon going dark, Kuwait having problems. They say it's because of fuel. Maybe something else is going on. It's all an indicator, just to me, is things I point out and look at. That, you know, something else is probably going on. There's American Airlines again. I tagged it twice because I probably didn't remember I did it the first time. And then we have a town here. What's this? Apensokova, Sovaka, in the Kursk region in Russia. You can see it here. Here's the border. There it is right there. Not too far. But it's another picture of the Russian flags being thrown on the ground, Ukrainian forces, you know, destroying stuff. I've seen videos of Ukrainian forces, you know, throwing civilians in the back of trucks. I don't know what they're doing with them, raiding, you know, stealing from stores, basically, you know, pillaging stuff. So all kinds of things happening then. Like I said before, I can't believe Putin hasn't gone crazy and gone scorched earth trying to get him out of there. You see this, see what's happening there. There's going to be retribution. Maybe he's biding time so he can strike NATO directly. He knows that there's a lot of non-Ukrainians in here. There's a lot of languages that aren't Ukrainian. There's Polish, there's English, there's other languages that are being spoken by these soldiers. So I got to believe Russia's going to definitely come up something here. What else do we have here? Belarus President Lukashenko reports troop deployment across the entire Ukrainian border due to threats of an incursion by NATO-backed Ukrainian forces, back to what I was telling you before. And then we have one more report of the BRICS. This is another thing at the BRICS. So that's about all I have here. Wait, let's go to one more. That's this one here. Israel is stunned. Israel stuns by saying the U.S., the U.K., France will assist in an offensive strike on Iran. So what are we saying here? We're saying that, you know, this could be just a preemptive strike, but let's say Iran attacks and Israel wants to hit back at Iran. Well, they're saying that the U.S. and the U.K. and France are going to help them out. Well, if they're doing that, what do you think China and Russia are going to do? Are they going to help out Iran and attack, you know, our forces? It's one big cluster F, you know, and it's, you know, it's going to take its, you know, people think nothing's going to happen because it's been slow, but it's going to happen. Especially with, you know, you got to check this out. Let's watch this video here. Let's blow this up a little bit. Oh, we definitely don't need the audio on that. All right, this is one of the main bridges in the Kursk region that supplies, the civilians. It's supplying the Russian military. And a U.S. HIMARS was used to destroy this thing. As you can see here, totally destroyed the bridge. That's U.S. munitions. They've already had U.S. tanks, German tanks, French, UK armored going into Russia. So we have all those NATO countries, their weapons, driven by Ukrainians, we'll say, inside of Russia, taking out bridges. There's like 3 main bridges across this river. This is one of them. They've already taken out the other one. There's one left. It's small and old, and who knows if it can be used for military transport. But yeah, not looking good for what's going on over there. And then what else do we have late? Let's see, do we want to talk about? Yeah, dirty bomb. Yeah, we should mention the dirty bomb. A lot of talk about dirty bomb. Russia's putting out that Ukraine's going to use a dirty bomb on a nuclear site, whether it be in Zaporizhia or in Kursk. This is the Russian state media, basically saying from a law enforcement source that NATO-backed Ukrainian forces are planning to detonate a dirty nuclear bomb, and the potential targets are storage sites at power plants. So, yeah, I think we'll end it on that, saying the only reason I could put it before that Ukraine would do this, it's not to win the fight with Russia, to make Russia stop. It's to bring NATO in, because you do this on Russian soil, even in Zaporizhia, and it's a dirty bomb, and that all contaminates that area. Then the wind takes it into Russia. Yeah, Russia's gonna retaliate. I know we keep saying, "Oh, Russia's gonna do this, Russia's gonna do that," and they haven't done much. So many red lines have been crossed, but one day it's gonna happen, and it can be pretty soon because it's ramping up. And you can only poke that bear so many times before the bear bites back. And I think when the bear bites back, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot of countries. And I think the bear's going to have the tiger with him. And that'd be the Asian tiger. And that's gonna bite back too. So that's where we're at. Little update, little brief on what's going on out there. Everything that I've seen as important. Keep your eye on the DNC and the mayhem that's going to cause locally in the United States here. What's going to happen with that? Do they go ahead and do, select Kamala? Do they put Obama in there? And, not the first one, but the second one. Do they throw Hillary in there? Who knows what kind of chaos can come from that? As for the election coming up, as we get closer, you're going to see more and more crazy stuff. Trump's plane had to divert because of mechanic issues. His VP pick, Vance, his plane had to be diverted. Their troubles are not over either. So as we get closer to this election, there's going to be more civil unrest, we'll say, happening, and we'll see and we'll see how that ties into the wars as well. So all you can do at this time is keep prepping, keep stocking that food, self-defense, the things that go into the self-defense tools, water, medical, train, get out there and get in shape, work out, all that good stuff. Prepare your plans, think about it, role play, what you're going to do in these situations, do all that stuff. That's what you can do now, because the time's getting close. Time is getting close. And once again, anybody out there, if you have a tomato press like this one and you use it and you know where you can get another one, if you know where to get one of these, let me know. I'd love to pick up a second one just to have it as a backup, because I got power backup. I can run that on solar and all that. That doesn't take that much power. It'd be easy to do, keep up, and I can keep stocking away my tomato sauce, and you can also grind a bunch of other stuff with that. Mainly I use it for tomato sauce. So that's all I have. Hope you had enjoyed this. Hope you got something out of it. Until next time, keep your ear to the ground, head on a swivel.